Google is always tweaking its algorithm. Let's see what sort of chain reaction we can get. They push a domino and see what the reaction is, and then they tweak their algorithmic dominoes a bit more and try again. All right, let's try this path out. At least that's what Google likes to tell us. Did Google actually listen to the complaints of small bloggers?
Wow, it's not an easy question.
With its recent August core update, today I'm going to share some of the contradicting evidence from Google, share specific site examples, and of course, I'm going to build my own domino chain reaction along the way. Oh no! Why not? Let's get this party started. It's been well documented that Google pushed out an update about a year ago named the Helpful Content Update, allegedly to combat spam and low-quality AI results. However, when they tipped that helpful content domino over, the chain reaction was not what anyone had anticipated. Oh, man! Thousands upon thousands of small publishers and bloggers that were producing great content saw their sites get absolutely demolished as collateral damage. Independent site owners started complaining and ranting to Google search liaison Danny Sullivan for answers. Many of the bloggers were following Google's guidelines, and yet their sites were slapped hard. In fact, on the Niche Pursuits podcast, we've easily had more than a dozen episodes where we call out the carnage that Google caused for bloggers. I even had the official Google representative, Danny Sullivan, respond to one of my more salty tweets about Google killing blogging. And I even did a video you can check out here on the subject. But a new domino appears to have been pushed with the August core update. You never know exactly how this is going to end up. Many small blogs started to recover. I shared several examples in my last video, like these sites here, here, and here. However, there's still plenty of carnage. Not all websites have recovered, and most of the sites showing some sort of recovery are still way down from their peak traffic days a year ago. However, what I find fascinating is that Google is aware of all these situations. When HouseFresh complains on Twitter, Google hears about it. The CEO of Google was even asked about HouseFresh in a recent interview on The Verge.
There's an air purifier blog that we cover called HouseFresh. There's a gaming site we cover called Dodo. Both of these sites have said, look, our Google traffic went to zero. Our businesses are doomed.
No, look, I mean, it's always difficult to talk about individual cases, right?
Sure.
When Dodo complains about site rankings on Twitter, Google hears about it and even responds. When about 1,300 websites filled out a feedback form on why their sites should still be ranking after the helpful content update, Danny Sullivan read every single response. Google is hearing the feedback, but are they actually listening? So as a blogging community, it's like we have our own set of dominoes that we are lining up one by one. Each point of feedback, each tweet, each podcast, each video is one more domino in the line that just might catch the attention of Google if it gets big enough.
It's killing us. We are on the edge of going extinct.
However, we might also start the line of dominoes and they don't quite fall the way we want them to.
Oh no! Oh, I started it!
Okay, well, let's try that out again. I mean, I'm personally going to try and set up a chain of dominoes to climb over a box of honeycombs. Maybe that will get Google's attention. Stick around till the end to see how that all works out. Let's look at 3 points of feedback that Google has specifically stated after the recent August core update. Oh, and then after that, I'm going to share 2 strategies that sites that are seeing a recovery are implementing. So stick around for that as well. First, Danny Sullivan said, as we said in our blog post last month, the work to connect people with a range of high-quality sites, including small or independent sites that are creating useful, original content, is not done with the latest update. We're continuing to look at this area and how to improve further with future updates. So Google is hearing the feedback loud and clear that small, independent publishers have been unfairly treated, and they are attempting to fix that issue. In fact, the word small publishers or independent publishers was mentioned nearly 20 times in his recent interview with Barry Schwartz. We have several sites that are now starting to see an uptick in traffic after almost a year of declines. Google sounds like they plan to make improvements even further with future updates. So it's kind of like Google set up a bunch of dominoes and then released their algorithm. Once it went live, they see that it fixed some of the issues, but not all. So they're lining up their dominoes once again, and we'll push it live in the next update. Let the chips fall where they may. Oh, and if you're enjoying this video, can you go ahead and hit that subscribe button to let me know? Thank you very much. Second, Danny Sullivan said, as I've said several times on social and elsewhere, if you know you're producing great content for your readers, that's your touchstone, your North Star, whatever you want to call it. If you're feeling confused about what to do in terms of rankings, our systems want to reward this type of content. If you know you're producing it, keep doing that. And it's up to us to keep working on our systems to better reward it. In other words, Google sometimes gets it wrong. I personally think that they were trying so hard to remove AI content from the results that they threw out some of the good results with the bad. I think this is an acknowledgement that Google is still getting it wrong after the latest update, and hopefully there's changes in the near future. Third, Google's loving relationship with Reddit continues. I mean, just check out this recent graph of the traffic growth of Reddit. Danny acknowledged in a recent interview that, quote, yes, we have increased the amount of social content that appears in search, Reddit. The social content is indeed helpful for many queries. It's not always perfect, but we continue to improve on it. But it can be very helpful in some cases for people to hear from other people who are encountering issues that are looking for support. Long story short, it doesn't sound like they are going to rank Reddit lower anytime soon. So if your site is targeting keywords where Reddit is also ranking well, that might not be a good strategy to keep going after those keywords. Maybe it's time to set up a new set of dominoes, keywords that is, and see how you rank for that set. Now, before I push over this set of dominoes and see if I can get myself a delicious honeycomb reward.
Now at the end, you always got to have a sweet prize. Here we go.
I wanted to cover 2 simple strategies that people are implementing that are starting to see big traffic gains. Be sure to stick around for the grand finale. For example, here's one site where I spoke to the publisher and she shared a couple of her strategies. I mean, look at this comeback in traffic. She told me that she has been updating lots of content. You may need to also prune your content or simply delete and redirect content that isn't getting traffic or is more generic and unhelpful in nature. Content updates can have a big impact if you make enough changes on your site. The second strategy I'd recommend is auditing your internal links. The site owner that saw this major traffic increase uses Link Whisper to manage all of her internal links. Link Whisper will suggest internal link opportunities as you write your articles. You can also get full reporting to know if you have any orphaned pages or need to add new internal links to older content. However, Link Whisper takes it a step further, and you can drill down to see not only the total number of internal links that you have for each of your articles, but you can also see the exact anchor text for every single internal link. You can then quickly see if you need to tweak your anchor text to optimize better or de-optimize if 100% of your internal links are all the exact same anchor text. You can make all of these changes directly in Link Whisper rather than going to each individual article. If you want to try out Link Whisper to make internal links more effective and save time, go to linkwhisper.com and use coupon code VIDEO at checkout in order to save $25. That's right, you can get Link Whisper for $25 off when you type in coupon code VIDEO at checkout. So, what strategies and dominoes will you set up for Google? The only way to test it out is to set it up.
All right, will it work? Let's find out.
And then push that first domino.
Oh man, I was so close.
Well, it may not always work, but let's see if we can all get that sweet nectar of traffic from Google in the future. Thanks again for watching.